Hello, welcome back. So I just want to quickly show you what you're just going to work on onto this episode. So previously we worked on to the admin section, and we added these to links the services, specialties, and symptoms. So for the in this episode we are working on services and specialties. So you can see I'm right now on specialties. You can see there are 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first of thing we added, you can just go ahead and create. So you can just create a test one, a test specialty, maybe just create. So you can just create one just like this, and you can see it here. And now they have become 8. I can just go ahead and delete. We haven't added a update. If you just click on update, you see the update page is just there, but we added the delete. You can just go ahead and delete. You have a nice pop-up that asks you, are you able to sure for this? If you say cancel, it won't, but if you just go ahead and say delete, it will just go ahead and just execute, and you can see specialty deleted successfully, and it is gone, and they are back to saving. So the same thing, services. You can see we have the services here, and you can just also click on this. We haven't worked on the edit functionality, but we can create a new one. So just come here and just say create tests. So you can just create test service, just service, and we can upload the image, any image here, since we're just going to delete this one after all. So you can also cancel and then create. So just go ahead and just click create service. After this image I've uploaded, so just go ahead and just click on create service. Quickly it has been created, and you can see how fast this comes. And you can just say click on delete. So you can see there have been 6, I guess. Now there are 7. If I just go ahead and just delete this and you say yes, they are back to 6. Okay, so this is what you're going to add in today's video, but it is more than that. You may just think we just added this, but we did a lot of editing. Okay, so things to modify the schemas and so on and so forth. So if you just want to see how we're implementing this, or just simply dive in and let's get started. Hello, welcome back. It's been a long since I released the last episode, and there have been a lot going on, and at least today I've gotten some time, and let's go and resume back and see this project if we can get it close to the end. We still have a lot of things to implement, but I guess at the end of this video would have implemented a lot, and will be remaining with relatively a few things to do. But let's just go to work. So in the last episode, I guess we did a number of things, and if we look into our model, I think we went ahead and created these services. We created these pages, services, specialties, and symptoms. Okay, so one thing I want to first change is that the relationship we made with the doctor profile, it's not going to actually help us, and it's going to complicate more of life. If you see where we have put these ones are supposed to be directly attached to the user ID. So I'm just going to go ahead and make some changes, okay, because even the doctor profile is actually coming from the user ID. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. Let's start with the services. So instead, this relationship we had added here in this. Okay, so this one, just simply cut this from here. Okay, so just bring this under the user ID. So this, I'm just going to go ahead and just going to put it under here. So let me just put some space. I'm just going to go ahead and put it here. So it have the user will have the service ID and plus a service, and the only thing we need to change is coming to this instead of doctors. So this still they can just be users actually, and then just say of user. Okay, can be a user, and you can just call it actually doctors. It has this name you put here as no problem. You could just call them doctors, but what matters is this is of user type. Similarly, we are going to do it to. You can see already we did it to for availability. I think for the availability is okay. Let's just go and attach specialty. So if I just go back to also the profile, doctor profile down here, we have these ones. I'm just going to go ahead and copy these ones, including these symptom IDs. I'm just also going to copy, let me see, first copy specialty. Specialty, where is specialty? I'm just going to first add it here. Okay. So in the specialty here, doctors, and this is going to be user. Okay. Now for the symptom, so we have the symptom. Let's look at the symptom. So the symptom is going to be similar. If you look at the symptom, if you just come here to this website, if you just click on any of these ones, they have exactly the same thing like these ones. Okay, so symptoms are also just exactly like them. So here we're just going to say that okay, so I think the good thing with symptoms was that it can have a list of uh, so a doctor can have a list of symptoms, many of them. So for the symptom, doctor IDs, which is, let me see. I don't know why we created that relationship because it's supposed to have also these doctors. Yeah. So I'm just going to change it a little bit. Just simply change it to this. Okay. Sorry. So just so change it here. Just in case of anything, then I will change. Just going to go ahead and remove it from here. I'm just going to go ahead and just remove it from here. Okay. And let's go ahead and add it in here. Mm, so I think the difference between with them is that someone can select a number of them. Okay. So here in a person can select a number of them, not necessarily that because for this relationship, that means you can select only one. Okay. but we just want it that someone can select many of them. So that means that on the user, he can have symptoms. Okay, let's see if you want to see symptoms exactly the way you see these ones. So can you say, for instance, here symptoms, and is a type symptom. Okay, you can have many of these ones, and that means, do if you look at the, for instance, the accounts, you have to have just the user ID only. I think it has. You can see it as the user ID plus the user. Okay. Mm, symptoms. Use symptoms. Okay, so sorry for that. I was sorry for that. So let's just go back here. So we have symptoms. So a user will consist of symptoms, and what happens in the symptom. Um, so symptom. If you think about it, you have the user IDs, I guess. So in these other ones, we have specialty. Um, what have we been doing? Just a second. Okay, so we have service, for instance, service IDs and the service. Okay. Okay. I think the only thing we just need to store here is that we have a lot of symptom IDs, just like this. And I don't necessarily mean that we have to store this. Do we need to give that? Or we just put like these string array, and we could just go ahead and maybe just say dot string I think that is enough, string array, just like that. And for the this one symptom, I don't think it needs this. For now, let's just go with that. We simply create all these things just like that. So the user is going to have service IDs, specialty, and maybe also the symptoms. Okay. Because we'll be saving these ones in that case. Okay. So let's just go and see how we can get this one work. So we have modified services, specialty, and these ones. So after doing that, let's just go ahead and run some migrations. Um, I'm just opening the terminal. So I have to stop all these server. They have this one for these ones, and we can just go ahead and say npx prisma db push, and after that I just need npx prisma generate, and finally we can just run back npm run dev. I just go ahead and see this. Okay, so we have some errors: unique index, doctor profile, command error, duplicate key, index build, blah blah. Collection medical user, duplicate key error, medical app.user, user service ID key, duplicate service ID, null. Okay, let's just go and see user service ID key, service ID. Um, can we remove this unique? Why do you put unique? Just service ID, just like that. I guess there's no need of adding the unique. And just run one more time. Okay. It has started one more time. I just want to go here, refresh. So meanwhile, guys, the course is out. Okay, so the course is out. You can just go ahead and grab yourself a seat. We are already started on this. Okay, so originally it was 150, and I gave a discount of $50. So right now the course is at $100. So if you click on here, you can just go ahead and grab it at $100. Okay, so the link, I will leave the link in the description. Go ahead and grab a seat in here, and we build bigger projects, and here we are diving into really deeper understanding. And me personally, I'm just going to be your mentor. We'll be having weekly calls. We have already started, and we had only 1 week call. We had on Friday, so join, and we are starting on the big project. They already people have started, and we are going to be having weekly calls to make sure that you are following up very well and you have no issues. Okay. And to those ones who have bought my previous code and you have issues with it, still the ones who have joined the course, I help you set up one-on-one so that you are whatever you bought, it is running. Going back to this, here, I think it has run. Just going to go to the side and also just run, just to see that everything is working properly. So right now, just going to start working on this. I'm seeing I've been logged out. Let me just go ahead and just say admin and admin. Let's just go and log in one more time. Uh, what did I use? So automatically there is a problem with the database. So we can just check You can just have a check and yes, the NPX Prisma Studio. Okay. Okay, so when you see this, most of the times, error service ID of expected null and non-nullable type string found incorporate the variable of null. Okay, so thinking about it, uh, these values are of non-nullable type. What they mean is that when we say that, for instance, it should have a user should have a service ID. We are saying it is at object ID. That means that upon creation, they are finding they are trying to fetch and they are finding there is a null value. Hmm. And I don't think these ones, can we make them not required? They cannot accept that. If you read here, error validating relationship field service uses the scar field service ID. At least one of these field is optional. Hence, the relation must be optional as well. Hmm. Mm, the service must be optional as well. Okay, so that one is accepted. So you can make service ID and service optional. Okay, that is possible. Then let's just try that. Okay, let's just try that and see. So Control C, run this. Oh, let's just like push. Let's just like just go on this first one and just to do this. Database already in sync. I don't know if that did work. I'm just going to check in the Prisma. Yeah, it seems to be working. So let's just go and try to let's just go try to log in this time. Yeah. Okay, so sorry. Uh, I've just logged in, and yeah. So we are back this side. So everything now is okay. Uh, we have to put this one as optional because if you don't, they will try to create and here they are not nullable. So if you don't put this question mark is to mean that they are optional, and then that means that they can be null. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to do now the CRUD for this. So what I'm just going to do is what I'm just going to try to do is I'm just going to use this very thing where we have a list of services here, and then here when you tap on them, they take you to the detailed page. Okay, so we can just first go to this. To fast forward, just go inside these services, and we are just going to put three things, create two things here. So I'm just going to create two files. The first one is for the new service. So that one would be something like a new folder, and inside we put page.tsx, rfc. We can just say h2 of new service. Okay, and then the another one is view. So you can create a new one, and I think it will be update and update. Now for the update, I think it takes in an ID. Uh, so would have, I think at first we would have this. We just take a slug, so just a slug, and then after that we can just have update. It can either just be update services update, then we go to a specific ID, or we can just go to a specific ID and then we call update. I'm just going to go to first, I think is update. So just say update, and then inside this we just go to a specific service. So I'm just going to call slug, and inside this I'm just going to say page.tsx, just like that, rfc, and h2 is going to be update existing service. Okay, so we'll have the similar pattern, but it just first create for one. So we just copy, we duplicate for these specialties and symptoms. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead for this. I will go to appointments. So under doctor, we have appointments. Okay, we have appointments, and we had this view which has like a list panel, header panel. I would want to use some of these things. Let me see. Okay, so for now, what I'm just going to do is copy everything in this, in the page first. Let's first copy everything in the page. Go to the page. So services page. Let's just go and replace everything here. Let's just go and see if we can just get this running. So on the services, so we are on the, just going to click on the services. Okay, so we are on the services and we have this. So what we need to change, I guess, to make this reusable is a couple of things. Okay, it's a couple of things. Let's start with this header. So the header should take in the title. Okay, should take in the title and maybe the list count. I don't know. Should take in the title. So let's just go here on this. So we have this panel header. So if we check in the panel header, it has these two things, the title and this count. So I'm just going to go here and just say it should take in the title and the, maybe we just call it item count. We just call it count anyways. And I'm just going to say that this title is going to be a string, and the that is going to be a string, and we have the count. So the count is going to be a number. Okay. And here we just say simply show the count. Okay. Here we just show the count, and then here we just show the title. As simple as that. And that one will cause one problem we are going to fix in a second. But so when you come here to services page, we just need to pass in two things now. The time, so here we just see title is going to be, for instance, services, and let's just say count for now. A count, we can just say count for now is going to be, for instance, 12, just like this. And if you just go and check, I think in the doctor, this should also give an error for now. So just give the title to be, this one was appointments, and count, let's just say the 11. Okay, so now if you check, we should just now have this one, changing services here. Let's just refresh, and you can just see it as services. Now, if wanted, we could just also pass in the icon. Okay, so we could also pass in this the icon, I guess. Do we have to pass in the icon? Okay. Let me just say we pass in the icon. Let's just pass in the icon. Anyways, so if you just go back still on this, okay, just go to this header panel. So header panel, let's say we're accepting the icon. Okay, so just say icon, and the just put here this icon, and this icon is going to be of which type? I think this icon type from was it React icons? Getting from React icons or Lucid icons? Mm, I don't know the type of this. I just say first put any for now. So how we are going to pass this? Should we pass the title just of the icon? Because you have to choose one icon library we are going to use for the icons. Let's say we stick to Lucid. Okay. So to get this, I would just get, say, something here, const, maybe items, and I'm just going to say is equal to. So just say here you have an icon, and I just try to put, for instance, a roasted icon, for instance, grid layout. So just say layout grid, layout grid from roasted. So I want to see what the type of this. So the type, did I say like it is of this type? Roasted icon. I just hover on the icon itself. Okay, so this is a roasted icon. So just say here roasted icon, just like this. Okay, I guess that's one we just set it. Okay. Uh, Now, if we just do that, I don't know if this will work automatically because I can just say const icon is equal to icon. Okay. And then I try to use the icon here. So just try to use the icon here. And let's first copy the one which was there, which was calendar. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to try to copy this and let's go and now put icon here. Okay, so for the services, we'll have the error. Let's go and pass in the icon, and the icon is going to be this. Let me just call it calendar. And the same thing for this. Let's just say icon. Icon is equal to calendar. So just say calendar. Just like this. And do we have any issues on the UI? Refresh. No. Okay, so it's great. We're just going to pass in. So for instance, this one, we can just leave calendar for the appointments, but for the services, let's pass in like layout grade. Okay, just like this. If you just go here, let's just refresh. This should just reflect. Okay, it works. So you can pass in at least this. Okay, so now we have this side here, which is taking in this new appointment. So just also work on that. So I think this one is on the list panel. So if you check on the list panel component, it has this scroll area. And what is this new thing? This one is not here. This is the list panel. Let me just go back here. So this. So on the panel head, okay, so I think it is just under this where we have the home grid. So this new button, it takes in a title and href already. Okay, I think this one is already working properly. So I'm just going to go to the services here. So where we have the new, I'm just going to pass in a title of new service. Okay, new service, and href should be like dashboard, and then you're like services, and then new. Okay, just like that. Okay. Now, what would be great actually is that instead of displaying these statistics, we can just actually display the form here because this space is big enough actually to put this. So here we have new service. I think it would be great if someone just can on services. They can look at the services and then they can also create simply right away. They can just come here and they create a new service. Okay. How about that? And I think that would be really great. We just simply put the form here. And then for the details, here we'll be putting something else. Okay. Yeah. So they just work on that, adding a simple form. And if you just look at the form for the services, we simply need actually a title and the image, I guess. Let's just look at the model. If you just go and look at the model for the service, so it is just the title plus this title, slug, and the image. Okay, so you could just go and copy one of the forms. Just not going to take much time. I'm just going to go and look for one of the forms we have already created. Okay, so I could just go and I think it was onboarding or something. Mm, where do I find that? I think I have to go to components and then is settings. What is onboarding? So we have just going to get one of these ones. Hmm. We have biodata form. Do we have any image on this? I want one where we have like an image, but that I don't have image. Contact, educational info. Do we have image on this? I don't think so. Profile. I think on the profile we have. So I'm just going to copy this form. Okay. I'm just going to simply copy this form. And this could be component again. I'm just going to make it a component. So I'm just going to simply Control A, Control C. I'm just going to go and uh, within the dashboard here, I'm just going to right click, create, and then just going to say new service, maybe we'll say service form as is at that TSX, paste everything, and then just go here and change some things. Let's change this, the name, service form. I don't think we need for now anything like all these props. So take off all these props, and we need loading biodata. No. So some of the things, let's first remove them. Okay. I just go ahead and remove these and see. Use form. These ones just going to create in a second. So remove all these. Okay. And then in the async, let's go ahead and remove everything. Just remove everything. And then let's go ahead to the form. So the form has the state 2. We're just going to somehow modify this. Okay. For now, let's just go ahead and put the title, the actual title, maybe just to say create a service. And then there's a description here. Just say maybe fill or the details, maybe. And then we have the form. So we have the text input, which actually just says title, service title, and then this is going to be title, and enter service title here. Enter service title. Okay, so that's the only input we need. So all these other ones, just go ahead and remove them. There's no text area needed. The only thing needed is this image, and this one is going to be image URL set image URL, and I don't know if this one needs to be defaulted to that. And just going to say here is image URL, and it is going to be set image URL. Okay, we're just going to create an endpoint for this image. So just go here in the API. So just go in the API, upload thing and core. Let's go ahead and duplicate any of these ones. Okay, just like this. And you see here service image, and the everything remains the same. Copy this. Let's go ahead to the service form and change this service image, and the button save and continue. This one's going to be create service. Okay, which error we having? So we have these inputs. So for the all these inputs that are in gray, let's go ahead and remove them. We don't need these or these. For the toast, we might just need the toast and even the types. So for these, for the types, we let me just go ahead and create a simple type here. So I'm just going to say export type service props. Okay, so it has a title, which is a string, and we can say it has also the image URL, which is a string, plus a slug, which is also a string. So putting together these three service props, they just go down here and paste on this. Okay, so we are good to go. So just first go and see this form how it looks like. Get this, and let's go back to back office where we have something like services here on the page. So we might just not need any new thing here. So where there is this home display, let's go ahead and just add like this thing here, service form for now. Okay, let's just go and see. Okay. Okay, this is just how it looks like. And we might not need this. The fact that we have this header of new service. Maybe we might just need that header, but not that big. Okay, let's just go to the service form. Okay, so we might just first of all remove this, and then this instead of this huge thing, let's just stick to maybe two Excel, and it really looks weird. If you think about it, create service. Mm, hmm. So let's leave this. We could just actually create this. I don't know why it is not in the center. Let's first see padding bottom. This one has margin bottom of 2. Let me first remove this. Okay, and then this. Just say create new service, create service, and so the whole thing has padding bottom. Let's make this one maybe PY. I don't know. We could just center it. For now, I don't know. Let's first create it. Just leave it like that. Maybe we could just go ahead and also give it a little bit of like a sort of a card. Okay, right now just like attaching it to the field, and we might also not need. Okay, let's just first make this one into something like a card by giving it like a shadow and rounded, and instead of with this full, so sort of it just like feeding everything just here. Can we just give it something like imagine all 3? You just try to detach it from everything just like that. We just want this one to be sort of like a card. I just go ahead and just give it like a border. Mm, so we just look at it. Okay, so it is here. The only problem we have this like sort of like horizontal scroll. Okay. And for now, let's just give it a max with it. A max with it of maybe 2x. Let's first look at x. That is about 600. Let's match. Just Excel 5 MD. Is it MD there? 400. Maybe that is much better. Mm, and just say Excel then. Yep. And let's go ahead and give it MX auto. Yeah, it's for purposes of moving it to the center. Yeah, I think this is like much better. I don't know. Like, just comes here, see services, and then can scroll them, can just get and create a new service. Okay. Mm, mm, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just going to stick to the other old format. So this, I'm just going to go just for a second and just go to appointments. It looks like really too much on the page. So I'm just going to go back to where I have like appointments page. I'm just going to go ahead and home display card. I'm just going to pull back. Sorry. I'm just going to copy this home display card, go to services page and put this. The good thing we have the service form already, so this should work. And so I'm just going to do is going to the new here, and let's go ahead and just add the service form here. Okay, that would be much great. So here we have to customize this for service. So you just say you have 11 appointments, so you can see text in. We could just actually, this is a string. Some details, maybe what would put there would be what. For now, let's just first leave this. Let's just go to the new service. Okay. So we have to do some more, maybe some customizations. So this should have the title this side and then the cross icon this side. I guess so. Just go to this form. I guess the size is okay. 2XL. I don't know, like this is like so big. Maybe just like make it just like that, and then I'm just going to simply duplicate. I'll copy this and just say flex, and then there's the other thing I'm just going to put is going to be the button from this. So the things that you can just do first of all, I can just say as child. Okay, as child, and I can also give the variant of could just give a variant of outline. Okay, so it has to be in this. And then inside here, I'm just going to put a link. Okay, a link. Going back to actually, yes, I'll create this as a component in the future. So this link is just going to be going back to like to slash dashboard. If I can write the word dashboard slash um, um, services. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and put the X. So I just put X here from Lucid, and let's give it maybe some class name of width of 4 and height of 4. Okay, I just see now. Okay, so just go ahead and give this a justify items center and then justify space between. Okay, simple like that. Okay, so just go and give this padding. So make sure you give this very thing a px of about 6. Okay, so you can just like go back to this. Okay, great, create service and service title and the image. Okay, so at this point we just simply need to add the service and get this data. Okay, and let's go ahead, and this one could just insert put in the corner. Since it's like one, okay, center looks okay, but normally this button is at the start or is at the end, rarely in the center. Or what you could do is we could also just like put another cancel button, okay, down. So if we just put them, two of them, let's first see what it will do. Okay, so simply say justify between here with maybe a gap of 4. So this should be now okay. Great. I'm just going to go ahead and make one of these buttons the saving, and this one is going to be cancel. So I'm just going to copy this exact button here. Okay, just paste it here. Right now is going to have the word cancel. Okay, and this looks okay. So now if you cancel, it goes back here. We'll create a new. Okay, so now let's first see if we can get the data. So we just need to get the data. I'm just going to go ahead to console.log data. So here we have the data. I'm just going to first go ahead and just say console.log data so that I see and the just go here. So we need three things on the data. And you can see responsive is already looking nice. So I'm just going to go here and just say console and fill in some things, create, and we have the title. So just add from the title, we shall create this slug. So in this, we should just have like generate in the utils generate slug function. I'm just going to use ChatGPT for that. So just say chat, okay. So you're just going to say create for me a function that takes in a title. So just for just say JavaScript for purposes of sticking to JavaScript function that takes in a title and returns a slug. Okay, simple as that. And lowercase replace blah blah dash, as simple as that, takes in this, returns a slug. So just go here and let's go and test it. So I'm just going here in this utils here and just say slugify, maybe slugify. Okay, .ts and just say export default slugify, export default function generate slug. The name actually just, let's use that, generate slug, generate slug.ts. Now you have one error, which is just to give this that this is a string. Okay, let's go and just use this generate slug. I'm just going to go to service form, just come on top here. Okay, and just say const slug is equal to generate slug, and we can just pass in data dot title, just like this. Call this generate slug. Done, and let's now add it to this. So you can just say data dot slug and just say is equal to slug. Okay, so just go ahead now, see if we have the slug. So where are we? We are here. So just go ahead and generate the slug again one more time. So okay, we have here this the name, and then the slug has been generated out of it. So the last thing is to add the image. which we have to test also if it works. Okay, let's just go ahead and upload the image. Upload the any image here. Go to this and let's add anything here. Like this bear. Just add, let's see. Okay, so this has been generated and we didn't add it, so it is saved in this image URL. So I'm just going to say data dot image URL is equal to image URL. So with that in place, let's go ahead and try to create this. So create. Now we have title, image URL plus this slag. We are good to go. So right now, the next thing is create the server action for this. So go to actions, a new file, and just call it services.ts. Okay, so can just go ahead and just say export. So if you just go ahead and just copy some things from here, a few things. Okay, what would be only thing we just need is the Prisma client. Okay, so on top here, I'm just going to put use server, and then down here I will just import this, and then I will just say export async function. Now we don't need to say export default because there are going to be many here. Export create service, and so this is going to take in some data. So to take in data of I see service props somewhere. Okay, and then just go and do a try catch, just like this. Okay. Now the first thing we're just going to first check if there is no any such a kind of service. So we could just first go and say first we have the data. Now we could extract the data, but if we trust the data, what is inside the data? For instance, we have defined the data is of service props. It has title, image, and URL. So we are very sure it's going to contain these three things. Okay, and it's saying image. Can we just go and just edit this? It's supposed to be image URL. Okay. Which service props are we using? Oh, we had defined them this side. Okay, so it has title, image URL, and the slag. Three things. Great. It has to be that. Okay. So just go ahead and say that we could just go ahead and find existing using the slag. Okay. Here. So you could just first say const existing service. Just to avoid duplicates is that we just say await Prisma client dot. At this point, we could just say supposed to be await Prisma client dot service and dot find. And this time we can just find the unique. Okay, and then we pass in where, and this we just say slag is data.slag, since we have just not abstracted it, just like this. Okay, so this would give us existing. We say if we have existing service, then we don't want to create this. We simply want to return an object. Okay, we'll just say, for instance, we'll just say data null. Okay, and then we say status. We'll just bring status of maybe 409 conflict, and then we could also just say error is, we could just give the error, just put a comma here. We could just say error service already existing. Okay, so we could just have something like this. Exists, the spelling of this. Okay, so we could just return something like this. Else we just go ahead and say const new service is equal to, sorry, is equal to await, and we just say Prisma client. Oh, sorry, Prisma client dot service, then dot create, and then we'll just say create, and then we pass in we also simply pass in data, as simple as that. And if this goes well, if everything goes well, we just want to return, so we just say, we could just go ahead and say console.log new service. Okay, and then down here we could just say return, so just say return, and we are returning a new service, so just say return, and we just go ahead and just return an object similar to this. Okay, just return an object, so data would be now new service, status is going to be 201, and then error is going to be null. Okay, so error, just say null, as simple as that. And then down here, just going to go ahead. Also, if there is any error, we can first go and console.log error, and then we could also return something like this. Go ahead and return data null, and then status is going to be 500, and error is going to be error. So we could just leave it like this. Okay. Okay, so now it's time to test this. Okay, let's just go ahead and test this. Just we have one service. Okay, I'm just going to say service one. Okay, image, let's leave everything like the way it is. And since we have this actual services, I'm just going to go to top. I just say agent care visit. So I'm just going to create using an actual one. Agent care visit. Agent care visit. Okay. And just create. Okay, so you're just giving us here this. Everything looks okay. Let's just go ahead and add some things for this create service we have just created in the service form. So the only thing I just have to do is just come in here and just say, okay, you could just say set loadings here, set loading, set is loading, set loading, set. Is that the one we have here? Set is loading. Actually, it's true. Okay, so here we're just going to go ahead and just say await. So const maybe service or whatever. Okay, we could just say await. Maybe you don't even need to save this. Await, create service, create service, create service. What? Why is it not bringing it? Create service. I think this is here. Create service. And then we pass in the data. Okay. Great. So we are passing in the data here, which is nice. Then we have to route. First of all, we have to toast. So toast dot success. Okay, test dot success, and the success would be just a service created successfully. Okay. Okay. Create here service created successfully, and we could just route. So just say here router dot push, and we could just push to go to slash dashboard slash services. Okay, and remember to in the to always update this. So just going to go and revalidate path on this create. So when every time we create something before we return here, we could just go ahead and just say revalidate path. So just say revalidate path, and then you path in this path. Okay, it will always just revalidate this, like meaning like it will refresh the services so that we see the new service that has been created. Okay, great. And having done that, we can also just go ahead and create another one that is going to get the service. So we could just say duplicate this async function. It services. This one doesn't need any data. Okay, so it doesn't need any data, and we just simply come inside here, get services. We don't need existing. Just remove all this. Okay, just simply say services is await Prisma the service dot find many, as simple as that. Now we could just pass in an object of order by. So this order by, and then on this order by you can specify that what do we specify? What do we specify? Order by, and you could just say mm-hmm. Mm, I think just say created ad, and then we say true. Just they have the right order by created ad, and then you're like this. It is already just like descending, yeah. And then you're just going to return services. Okay, and then the status is 200. Error null. Everything remains exactly the same. Okay, so let's just go ahead and try this. Okay, let's try to save now. We have everything now. Just put agent care visit. The images, leave that one, and we could just also if you wanted, you could just go and reset the form here in the service. From this one, you see you have the reset function. So if you just wanted at the end of this, I think it is a good thing that you just simply reset the form. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this. Everything is working. Create service, saving. Okay, we have been taken back here. Okay, so it seems it was created. Let's just go ahead, check in the console. Is this the console we are looking for? Let's see. This is for the studio. Yes, one, this one maybe created. Okay, so it is here. ID, title slag, image, and created. Okay, this is good. There is somewhere we mapped and we don't have this. Where is that? This is where we mapped and we don't have a key. Let's just look for that. Where did we map and we leave? We didn't have the key. I cannot know right now. Let's first leave it. We shall find it. So for this one is done and a new service has been created. So what I just want is now I'm just going to change something small. Let's go to new. So this time what I just want is I want to create many services. Like instead of create one by one, for easy purpose of feeding in all these other ones, to create one by one. At least we have checked you can create one at a time and it works. What I just want is just I want to create just simply create many. Okay, so I'm just going to simply do something, create another one. I'm just going to create another function that creates many things, and I can simply create a temporary button for that. Okay, I'm just going to simply create a temporary button for that, and I can just simply create it even outside here. Okay, so this point where I have my buttons here, I'm just going to create one more button, and this one which is going to say create many services. So just going to create a function. So first of all, we just need to get all these services, and this can be helpful like at the beginning as you're working. Like instead of adding one service at a time, I know this one works, but can be daunting if you're a developer. You just simply need to add all these services at once, because since you have tested that one works, so you can just add all these services at once. So you can have an array of these services, and then we just simply go ahead and and add them at once. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to simply I'm just going to simply do what? I'm just going to simply create a function. So I'm just going to come here in server action services. So duplicate this. Okay, and just simply say create many services. So just say here, create many services. Maybe you don't need to take in the data, do we? We can just simplify, put it this side. We're not going to, you could just make it also like, this one could be something like why you tell a client to import. So import existing data maybe from Excel. By the way, if you want me to do that, you can just let me know. Whereby you can tell a person if they want to import, they can import many data from Excel, and then you simply use a create many function. You create a many function here, which accepts data as an array and then iterates from them and creates. So here I'm just going to have, I can just remove this. By the way, for now we're just going to use this. So we have this create a new service and this revalidate. I don't think at this point we might just even need to revalidate. We just simply need to run this function. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is go here. I have gotten all these services, so I'm just going to go here. Okay, so I have all these services in an array, just like this. So simply get this, Control C, and let me just again keep them. So inside here, I'm just going to first paste whatever I have here. Okay, so you could just go and see we have these telehealth, these services here, the telehealth video, blah blah, all these ones. You can just go ahead and get them images. For now, I'm just going to give them, I think, like maybe one image. Now, what we could do is we could go to flat icons just like this. So the first one we want is Telehealth. I don't know if we can get something from Telehealth. Okay, so we have some icons here for Telehealth. So you could just go ahead and add an icon. So let me just download this colorful one. Okay, that is Telehealth. Download. Okay, so another one is video prescription. Okay, so just say here video. Just say video maybe. Maybe just say video meet or something. Okay, so could just like look for something here. Okay, so there is this one. Download this. Okay, next is this in-person visit. So you could just go ahead and just like one-on-one or something. Okay. Let's just go ahead and just use any of these. Of course, in the future, these you can just change them. But for now, we're just going to have any of these ones. Which one should we take? They all look nice. Hmm. Okay. Yes, take this. No. Okay. And then now I might just not create all of them. There is UTI mental health. So let's just go here get some others. UTI. Is that the UTI service, I guess. UTI. Yeah, let me see. Not utility service. UTI. UTI is like actually just like it was just the one. I think the unite something like this. Yeah, it is actually just the one. So let's just get any of these ones. Okay, and let's just going to get the main to health one. Main to main to health. Okay, so let's just go and have this icon. Uh, this one is not good. Let's have another one. Main to health. Just add this. I don't know why this okay, this one works. Okay, so I have these images. We remain with only one, I guess, which is just like ed console. Just say ed consult. Okay, so just say ed. Yeah, like this electric. It is for the. I think it is election dysfunction. This is election, something like that, like election dysfunction or something. Like they don't have that. Uh, is that the spelling? It's supposed to be like erection or something. Yeah, erection dysfunction. Okay, you could just have just one icon, like this one. Okay, great. So you have all the icons here. Now I just simply want to go to upload thing and add all these icons and I get the images. So just go to any of these projects I just want to upload. Now what I just don't know is, can I upload multiple images? Like select a bunch of them up to here. Yeah. So you can just select all these, upload. Okay, so we have the images here starting from this urinary blah blah blah. So just going to copy this image. So this is for the UTI. Go to this down here, UTI. What is the image? Add this image. Okay, go back. The second one is main to header. So just copy this image. Just go to main to header. Where is the main to header? Here. Okay. Next, just simply, let me just close some of these ones. Next is, so we have main to header and we have this. What is this? This is the, I think, camera stuff. This one would be in, no, this going to be in person. Is this video prescription? And then next is we have first aid kit. Okay, so this one, I don't know, we are putting it on what? Telehealth. We do we have for telehealth? Let me just add it on telehealth. Okay, and then in a person doctor visit. So let's just go and see another one. We have another meeting. Yeah, so this is the one-on-one, which is this one. And finally, we have, so all of them, do we have all of them? We are remaining with ED, which should be this last one. Okay, ED console. Okay, so great. This is really great. So now we have all these services. So how are we going to create all these services? First of all, we have the services array that is having all the services, the title, Slack, and image. It should be following the same, this data type, image URL, and Slack. So make sure even the naming here, actually doesn't matter, so long as we'll create. So here it is just good like title is slag image URL. We have all the services we want to create. So this can come from an Excel file, can come from anywhere you want. And then here, just going to have this A4. So I guess I just need to write. I don't need to go ahead and just like create, just copy this, cut this, and I'm just going to do this. So just simply we have to run a for loop. So I'm just going to say for and service of services and create a service in database. So here we have, so you could just instead do this, create, await, create service, or we could just simply use this function we already have somewhere here. Okay, so this, we could just go ahead and just await and just create service. Okay, so I'm just going to come here and insert here. I'm just going to say this await. So maybe what you can just do is await. So just going to await create service. So I'm just reusing this. It's not being seen. Okay, just passing service. Okay, so this is taking in, as you can see here, we're taking in the title slag and image URL. So we await it. And if you want, you could also just go ahead and, for every time this is created, you can just go ahead and say console.log service created successfully or something. Do we need to do that? I don't know. You can just say here, since in this create service, we are consoling the service, let's just go ahead and, leave it like that. I guess that should be enough on this. So we have this create main is function now. Let's go and try it. So on this function, on this service form, so there is this thing I just created. I'm just going to say here, this is supposed to run only once, function and create many maybe or something like this. And it's supposed to be an async function, and you can just simply say try catch. And let's go ahead and just say await create many. Yeah, I think we exported it. So just simply this, and I'm just going to see console.log error. Not going to do many things. Okay. Just simply now for the purposes of knowing that it has finished. Okay, we can just add loading. Maybe say it is loading to true. And then here, and after everything is just done, say it is loading to false, just to know that it has finished. And then down here, I'm just going to go to this button, create. Where have I added this button? I remember adding a button. Where am I right now? As if I added the button. Why did I add the button? It's so bad. I thought I added a button somewhere like here. I don't know, guys. Just let me just go ahead and just add that. I must have added it maybe somewhere. I will find it somewhere. But I remember I was trying to create, so just simply duplicate this. And just going to simply just say create many. Okay, and simply just remove this outline. Just simply say on click, just say handle create many, and I'm just going to simply say if it is loading. So here, if it is loading, it is true. Just so maybe creating, and then else I'm just going to show this create many. Okay, so let's just go here. We have create many button here, and I'm just going to also watch the console since we have this, so that we can see if we have any errors. Okay, um, we can just go ahead and just run this create many. So creating, let's go this side. So telehealth was created, video, in person, UTI, ED, mental health. Okay, so this must have finished. Okay, so we have so many services right now. We have created. I can just go ahead and just remove that button. Is no longer needed. Okay, just simply hide it here. Okay, so now what I can just do, of course, is cancel here. So let's get all the created services and populate them here. And by the way, for the purposes of responsive, I don't know if this is a grid of Rex. I don't know if that is grid of Rex. Can we just go to, can we just go to services? So services page. I don't know if this is a grid or, yeah, it is, I think, a grid. So if it is a grid, um, this one occupying four. So this is the one with the list panel, and then this is the big one. The problem is that if we do something like this, so for instance, this one should just be like LOG. Otherwise, it should have core span full. So core span full, it should have core span full, and then exactly the same thing here. This should be only on LOG. And otherwise should just have core span full. Now this is going to show you that on small screen, this one should take up a full width. Now the problem I find, like, this one goes down. Okay, so what just, since we have, we might just need to devise some means. Okay, you see, like, this one is one which is having our button for the new service. Either it has to be on top, okay, or we actually remove it at all. So what I just say is that maybe on smaller screens, this is going to be hidden. So you just say, you simply put hidden and just say on LG. Okay, so you could just say LG maybe block or something like that. Okay, so this will be hidden. It will have to go off. Will remain with only this one, but then we have to add this very thing here. So this new button, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, and I'm just going to add it somewhere on the list panel. So on the list panel, where are we having the services? It seems this side we don't have anything. Okay, so going back to the services. there is this page header, and I think this page header is the one which is having the stuff. I'm just going to add this here, and we simply put this in flex. Dot items center dot justify space between. Okay, just add them here. Now this one would just say hidden. So this one would also make it hidden. So we just say so it will start on a smaller screen to be shown. So we just say log hidden. I'm just going to say dot log hidden. Just like this. So this will guarantee that this will just only show up on small screens. Okay. Then on large screens, it shouldn't show up. This one is there and this one is there. Okay. Great. Now we just need to pass in this list. Okay. Now the easy thing what would be is that we would be passing in the component plus the data. Okay, we could just make this list panel. If you just look at the list panel, what it does, it is taking in some data, which should be this the data, plus the component to render. Okay, plus the component to render, just like this. Okay, so for the first time, what we would do is we would first pass in the data, and let's also get the component we need to render. So I'm just going to copy one of these ones, actually exactly this one, and I'll just say service card. So I'm just going to go service card. In components, looked just simply in the dashboard, just say service card. I'm just going to say service card the tsx, just like this. Okay, sorry, RFC, and then on the return, this, for instance, for the service, we need three things. So for the service, we need, anyway, just let's pass in the service. And it's going to be of type, so just a service. This is going to be having of service props. Service props. So you could just get them any from any of these ones, service props. Okay. So sorry. Just simply just a service, just like this. And then on the service, of course, we need the link. Okay, so this is going to be in the link. So how we would plan this would be in such a way that we have, I'm just going to remove all this, I guess, just like this. So we need the service title plus the image. Okay, so the easy way to show it, we could just have the image filling up all the entire space. So let me first remove this. So we just have the image filling up the entire space. So here we just have the image. Okay, and then we just have the h2, which is actually service. So you see here, just going to go say service dot title. Okay, so let me just pick this code. I'll just be back just a second. Okay, so let's just continue. So for the image, it will need a source, which is going to be service dot image. Okay, don't forget the key. No, here we don't need the key. The href. Okay, so for here, it will need an href, which is going to be constructed from, I guess, from a slug. Yeah, so this one's supposed to go on dashboard. So I'm just going to make this one something like this. So this one should just go to doctor, not doctor, just dashboard, then services, then since this one is going to be, when someone clicks it, should be update. So it's going to be update. When someone taps in it, should be update, and then the slug. Okay, so slug is going to be dollar slug, just like this, which is supposed to be service.slug. Service.slug. Okay, great. So for the image, we still have some things missing. For instance, the width, we just need to make this one is going to be 512, and height is going to be 512. Now you could just go and check the size of the image, and then the alt is going to be service dot title. Okay, so this, and then we could also give it a class name. So just give it a class name. First of all, width is full, and for the height is going to be, so since this image, actually this image is this image, if you remember, this image is a square, but let me first put auto right now. For now, let's just aim at this showing up. So we have the service card. How are we going to work with it here? Okay, so let's just go and see. So the services, so on the page is where everything is going to be. So this one is a server component, so we can just get the services. First const services is equal to await get services. So just say here get services. I think we get services just like this, and make this async. Okay, and then we just say if this is not there, make it empty. And so just need to get the services, and we pass in this list panel, and we're supposed to pass in the component. So let's say inside here, what are we going to pass in? How are we going to pass in that? If you just look at this, it has the list panel. Okay. Now when I look at this, actually this list panel, I don't know. Can I just copy it and instead I just put it there? Because this whole thing of I would just come here and I add it here. Okay. So the only thing is the scroll only, and then this where we have the component. So I'm just going to come here and for now, for easy purposes, let me just go ahead and just put this component So this would be mapping services, for instance, to, and of course you would just get a service here, and then here you just go ahead and just like say service card. Okay, service card. I have like two service cards. Okay, one I think is in the dashboard. And then let's just say this one will be taking a service. What does this one take in? Okay, this one takes in a service. Just a service and the simply service. Okay, and for the key, we would just say it is service dot title. Can you just import scroll area from components? Okay, then services. Why is this saying map does not exist? Okay, we have services. Why would it say map does not exist on this? Um, what does this one return? This should just return an array, right? Yeah, it returns an array. Why is it saying that there is no map on this? Map does not exist on type data. Oh, okay. So since we are returning data, await this, and I see dot data. Yeah, like we have this not returning the actual services, it was actually returning the data. Okay, if you just remember why we did it, if you just go and check this await, and it's just going here and to returns this. Okay, so I think in this case, I don't know if we need to return it in this way. You could just come here and you just say return and then simply return services, as simple as this. And now you just simply go back here and remove this dot data. Okay, we still have the map again. What is it saying now? Let's see what it's saying now. On the type ID string, so this should be just right now okay. Isn't this an array? Yeah, it is an array. I don't know why it is. That an oh, okay, okay. Let's just redo that. This thing of load data. I'm just going to go back to this and just leave it the way it was. Just Ctrl Z, just like this. And I think that we don't have any errors. Okay, so for now, let's just go on the UI and see. Okay, so this is so far what we have. Okay, all these services are there. Okay, so the only thing we just need is to reduce the size of the image. So if we just go to service card, let's look at our image. So we just be giving it this. Let's give width of about 14 and height still auto. Okay. So you can just give height auto, which will be exactly just the same since this is this. Okay. Now I feel like in this case we could just make them flex, the image and h2. Can we just say flex? And if you just need this item center, okay. For this matter, this one will just come here. Let's just go ahead and just say some gap. So just say gap for maybe 2 or 4. Okay. This is great. So we have all these services here added nicely. Okay. So now let's just update this. Okay, we could just go ahead and update that. So services, we could just go and update this count here, which is going to be services dot length. Okay, icon grid. Okay, so for now we just have 7, and you could just stringify this. Where is it? Here. So I would just come and just say, for instance, whatever just get from this dot stringify. So we could just say to string, and from this, if it is now a string, we can just do something like pad. So we could just say pad start, and we could just say should just have like 2 then 0. I don't know if string and saying able to type number. Oh, so count was a number. So just go to this and just simply make this as a string. Okay. Just made it a string. Okay. And then of course here for this, just simply come here and let's pass in a number, just like this. Okay, so now it should just like have 07. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now it has 07. We have 7 services so far. You can just go ahead and add a new service. Okay, and the first one we first created is this one, urgent care visit. Okay, great. So the last one is on top. So for the services, we are almost done. So we have these statistics here. Okay, so how are we going to get these statistics? For this page, for instance, we just say you have 11, maybe you have 7 services today. Add new service. So so for this case, what would I add there? And I just feel like we should just add also a delete button here. Okay, delete and maybe edit buttons. Now the problem we have is if you click in it, all of it is actually linked for the update. Is that, are we supposed to do that? Like if someone clicks in this for the delete and update, I think we just make it, we don't need to make all of it a link. Okay. we just simply have to put a edit and delete on this. That would be okay. So just for a second, just go here in service card, turn this into a div. Everything should remain. Now this href, cut it, and I'm just going to go here. So we had already these. So what I'm just going to do is I will put these ones in the same div, and then again I will have another flex. And in this flex, I will just going to have the first one is going to be a link. Okay, so let me just have the link, and this is where I'm going to put this href like this, and then here I'm just going to specify a pencil icon. So pencil, just like this. Go ahead and give it a class of width is 4, height 4. Okay, and just simply duplicate this link. Okay, just like this, and make this one a button. And instead of the href, let's just go and make this one trash. So just put here trash. Okay, I'm just going to give this a class name of text read 600. And now for this one, we're just going to give it a class name of text, maybe blue text blue 600. Um, where are we? We just added these two icons. If I just come now, we have them here. Okay, I think they just look okay. So we have the delete plus this one. Okay, which is great. So for the edit is still there. We can just go ahead and just edit, and then we can also delete from right away here. Okay, right now it doesn't do anything. For the edit, it just like goes to the edit the update page here. Okay, so what you have done here, I'm just going to also work on this, and then I'll transform this quickly to the other ones. So just go here and have this. Let's see. So for purposes of simplifying also this, okay, so this home display card, I don't know if it is if I just look inside it, it is having inside a new button, and then it should also just have some text. So I'm just going to remove one of these ones, and so it should take in uh mm, you should take in the title, href, and the maybe the description. So you just go here and create this. Okay, it might even be, it is not be something like, if you just look at it, I don't know if it just deserves to be a component. I don't know. Mm, okay. Let's just go ahead and just maybe uh make it just like that. Let's just first see. So here you have this, and then you have the same thing you have here. Hmm. Like this doesn't have to be a component. Really, just simply copy exactly the way it is here and just come here on this and just paste it here. Okay, just like this. And so this icon, you can just put any icon. We had used layout grid. And then for this one, you can just say it has services dot length. Okay, exactly what we put here, I think somewhere on top here. Let's just go ahead and just copy exactly this, copy, and just come and put it here. And then, of course, these ones are services. And then for the new button, we have, of course, here services, new service. And then for this one, for creating a new one is for creating a new one is simply saying that you can just like pass in dashboard services new, just like that. So this should just like you have 7 services today, create a new service, just like that. Okay, so I think here we've just done a pretty good job. We have them here. Now we can just click on this, takes us to this. So we'll work on that. But for now, what I just want is to transfer exactly this for specialties plus the symptoms. So I'm just going to simply copy this page. Okay. So I'm just going to go and so this is services. We have specialties in the page. Simply just do this. Okay. So this would be new specialty. So whether it is the new service, Control F, Control H, sorry, Control H, and then I just say new, just say new specialty. Okay, just replace the word specialty, specialty. Okay, so could just copy and replace with this. So I'm just going to search this. Let's see here. You can search for this. Okay, so let's go to this page. I don't know if everything here we have them. Just simply go here to this page, specialties. Just go to specialties. Okay, so on the specialties, it is showing, of course, services. So just going to start by changing some of these things. Uh, let's start with the page header. So page header, specialties, we're going to have an icon for the specialties. Let's just go to upload thing and lucid. Or you can just add any icon here for sure. I don't have any problem. This have this anvil, whatever. So just say anvil. Okay, and then for this new specialties is going to be the spelling of this. Okay, just go on top here, copy this. Spelling is not easy for that word. Just paste it there and new. Exactly the same thing for this. Okay. Let's go back to the header. So this one has specialties. Exactly, I think on this. Okay. This one is firstly for services. We're just going to change in a second. Okay. We'll change. For now specialties, blah blah. Mm, okay. So just go ahead and just create this form. So if you just click on new specialty, it takes you to services. Just wait. We're just going to first of all on the new, it's supposed to be new specialties, new, and just go and copy the new from the services. Just copy this new. So just come to specialties and paste new. So you just go to the new page, you go to the service form, just simply duplicate whatever is in the service form, and instead actually just say Ctrl C, Ctrl V, rename this to specialty form, specialty form. So just copy this very name and just come here and rename it here. Okay. And the fact is, I think we already have the specialty something. Specialty, we don't have like props. Okay. We can just create them here. Specialty props. Okay. And it has title, it doesn't have the image, it has only the two things. Actually, I guess. Just come here and replace this with specialty props. So the image, remove image. Okay. These are the ones are going to create them. So just go here in this, simple remove the image. Only like that. They just change these ones to create. We also have create many specialties. Just in a second, but this one should be going to specialties. Just avoid messing up, or just go and copy this. Okay, so this here, create specialty. Okay, just come here up. So we have create specialty. Okay, this should just take back to specialties. Okay. Okay, so the only thing is we have to create this. So just simply go to the services. So since there are all these few, I'm just going to create them. Okay, I just duplicate this anyways. Copy, paste, rename this to specialties. Specialties. I don't know that is spelling specialties. Okay, so this is create specialty. Okay, just like that. And this takes in specialties props. Okay. And then this is existing one. So yes, existing. Okay. So just copy this here. And this is special something special pretty. Just like that. And then this one will also be specialty already existing. So just come here and say new is here. Service dot specialty. Just here passing the data. And then here we have to say specialties. Specialties. Just copy this. Paste it here. So here we're just not returning a new service. We're just returning new specialty, just like this. Okay. So it also takes in data of this, and then to just go ahead and create. So what error do we have? We have one error somewhere here. Await create. So this is for the many of them. We're just going to create to look at this for now. Let's go ahead and create the one for gate specialties. Gate specialties. Just paste this. The word specialties. Get it from there. Okay, Prisma. So this is specialties, specialties, and here is specialty. Okay, just go back here. Everything is just like that. Okay, so let's go and create the first one and see if this one works. Okay, so just create a new specialty. Should take our specialty new. Okay, just this update. So go to specialties here. Specialties new. Instead here just say specialty form. Just like that. And let's go and check. So this should have just a title. And it's not service title. Just rename this. Create specialty. Then just here is text title remains service. This one stands in specialty. Okay. So you have specialty title. So if it just comes here and it adds in whatever, so you can just create the first one. Specialty. If you just go to specialties, maybe just on these ones, we have imaging and radiography. Okay, just going to create that. So we add imaging and radiography. Just update one more thing in the form. So here is create specialty. So create specialty and text in the data. Okay. So upon creation, okay, why they click? I click on toast. So upon creation, we just want to sort of go ahead and console.log this. Okay, great. Just go ahead and create this one. It was imaging and radiography. Yeah. And radiology. Imaging and radiology. Where is it? Okay. So imaging and radiology. Okay. Just create. Okay, creating. Okay. The toast. Let's change the toast to in this specialty form. So here, specialty created successfully, and not services but specialties. Now the spelling of this is not easy. Just come here and copy this. Okay. And one more thing we have to do is here on create specialty. Let me see, if we updated this river date path. Okay, we updated it. Okay. So now we have specialties being created. We can check on the console if this was created. Okay. Can check on the console. So this was created, imaging and radiography. So just go ahead and try to create many of them. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. Const. So I'm just going to go to this, copy the array of other specialty things and roll here. I'm just going to go ahead and just say copy this array, copy it. Just go to specialties, and while we have this create many, this one, just say create many specialties. Okay. And I'm just going to simply go here, comment this, instead paste the specialties. Okay, yeah, you can see they have title and slug only. So instead, I'm just going to say, even if it is service, okay, just simply say create specialty. Okay, then we pass in this, whatever this is. So specialty here, come and pass in that. So this has to be specialty. Okay, so whatever that is service, add this. Okay, so this should just be working now. We can create many. Instead of just creating one by one, just go ahead and create many. So I'm just going to code it in this new specialty something. I can just go and Control P. It's a specialty something form. And then I'm just going to check it wherever it is. Here on the handle create many, just simply say await, and let's say await this one. Okay, and then everything should now be working. This create many, this button here, just bring it back. Should now just go to service, no specialties, create new specialty, and just create many. Creating, we can just check the console, imaging, and then is primary care and all these other ones. Okay, great. So it has finished. You can see console. Now let's fetch all of them here by creating another card. So if you just go where we have the service card, simply duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, rename this to specialty card, specialty. And I don't know if these are just like inside the dashboard, specialty card. Simply copy this, Ctrl C. Okay. Specialty card here. Just rename this. It takes in a specialty. So specialty. Okay. It is of type specialty props. I don't know if that is just coming from there. And that means there's no image. That's why it is complaining. And this is specialty the title. That one should be there. And this one should be specialty dot flag. That one is there. Okay, so that's great. So just go and use this in the specialty. So if you just go back to here, you could just go to page and to page specialties. So just go ahead and just get this, get specialties, and just go this on specialties. Okay. Okay, so where we have these services, we can just have specialties. Okay. And then also here, specialties. Okay. And then you just say be specialty. Specialty. This one will be specialty. The title. And then this one, instead of service, we're just going to have this one as specialty card. Specialty card. And then it takes in specialty as specialty. Just like this. Okay. So with that, we still have one warning, which is this specialties. Okay, I think this one should just go off. Now, if you just check now, we should just have the specialties. Okay, they are also 7. Oh, great. So you just have this, Dento, blah, blah. Okay, so that's great. The first one we added was imaging and radiography. So you can see we have exactly the same thing for these specialty. Now for the symptoms, I think we'll create them in the next video. For this one, at least we have let me just go and fast take off that. Maybe you can just only put delete. We can just implement delete just in a second. So I'm just going to go to this new page, specialty form, the create menu function. In the future, I might just go ahead and put the import. Okay, here. Yeah. For now, just go ahead and do this. We shall see what we shall do with it in the future, that button. Where is create menu? It is here. Let me just go ahead and just take it off. Okay, cancel. Okay. Great. So you just go and implement delete. This should just be easy to implement very fast. Let me just go to services. I'll create it to this side and then right along do it. So let's just go I think duplicate this one. Do we need to check this existing one? If you're going to delete, let's not check really. Just here delete. This was going to be delete service. The word delete. I'm just going to say here delete service. So I'm just going to simply say await. This one doesn't need to store it. Prisma dot delete, and this is where ID. So here must be passing in ID of string. Okay, string. So where ID, as simple as that. Okay. Here you can just return just simply okay. So just say return okay to true. Just like this. Status maybe 200. Error null maybe. Others let's just leave them the way they are. As simple as this. So this should just delete. Copy this, should just copy this and paste it in the side of this. So deleting the delete service, delete. This is going to be specialty. So delete special. Okay, it takes in the ID. The same thing here is going to be specialty. Delete where ID is ID and just return the same thing. Okay, just go ahead and just go to the specialty card. So where we have the card, specialty cards, and on delete. So that means this one we have to make it. Yes, how to make it. So just to go here and use client. Okay, so I'm just going to say here handle delete. One thing we have to do with these functions, just a second, is revalidate. So upon successful deletion, before we return, let's just go ahead and revalidate path. And for this case, this specialty, we're just going to pass in the path of dashboard specialties. Okay. Let's copy this. The same thing to the services, or upon delete, before we return, we'll revalidate path so that if we just delete, it disappears on instance. This is going to be services. Okay, so let's just go now to these cards and add that. So you're just going to go and add specialty card. Okay, specialty card where we have delete. So just going to say on click. Okay, so we just create here a function handle something. So inside return just function handle delete. So just say handle delete, and this function is going to be also an async function, and just say await. So you say await, and you can just await. You can just simply await. Maybe delete. So this one is specialty. So you say delete specialty spelling, delete specialty service. Did you say delete service? Specialty. This one, and then takes in an ID. So in this, that means this one must bring in an ID, which is a string, and just pass it in here. Okay, just pass in the ID like this. And of course, suppose toast. So just a toast and the success. You can just say specialty deleted successfully, specialty deleted successfully. Okay. And then here, just say here, and just simply pass it in handle delete, and let's pass in specialty dot id. Now, just like that. Okay. Now, if you just check this is not on the type, so instead of just actually using special props, we're just going to use specialty here from Prisma, just like this. This one has all these stuff, including the ID. Okay, great. That's why you see ID is now present. Now, just going to transfer the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this same function, transfer it to the services card. Okay. Just go and put it here on the services card. And this one is going to be now delete service toast. Just simply get this toast. And let's go here and say on click. So on click, we're just going to say that and delete, and let's pass in the ID, which is on the space service.id. The same thing instead here, let's just go here, and instead we just say service from Prisma. So just get this from Prisma client, so that we can just be able to access the ID. Okay, so now, so in the future, I think right now this should just work, but in the future we need to add a pop-up. So if I just come here, create a test, and I'm just going to say here, test, create. So test is here, let's delete it. Okay, specialty deleted successfully, gone. So in the future, we just need a pop-up. And I don't know if, if this shared has it, if it has anything like that. It has something like it has alert dialog. What is this alert dialog? If you just come here and show dialog. Okay, continue. Are you sure? So you just say cancel. Okay, I think this one would work. Let's just first see here. So we have the cancel and the delete. So cancel closes, and then this is where you're supposed to put that, I guess. Let's just see here. So where do you put the dialog itself? It is here, this show dialog. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is simply so just copy this whole component. Of course, we have to go ahead and install this. Okay, I'm just first go here, just say delete button. Components. Let's just go here and say dashboard. I'm just going to go ahead and create delete delete pop-up, maybe pop-up dot tsx, paste this. Okay, we just need to install this. So I think just go back to this installation, just copy this in a second, and the last one, simply paste this, add it. So just say, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? This action cannot be done. This will permanently delete your whatever. So for instance, if this is service, we would just say service. I think this should just be a prop. So what do we need here? Um, we need to customize this to make it reusable. Okay. So for now, what we'll just do is that we'll just create, maybe for each individual, we'll have to create it. We'll have to create its own. Otherwise, we shall see how I will customize this. But for now, we're just going to make it just maybe individual or something. So let me just go and just say delete pop-up, delete pop-up. Okay. Even here, delete pop-up, just like that. So would put in a function that will run, for instance, here on click. Okay, so on click, I just want to run a certain function, maybe here handle delete. Okay, handle delete and handle delete. And this one would be just like delete props. So just say here type delete pop-up props, and just come here. Let's just start with this handle delete. So handle delete would be just a function that returns void. Okay, I guess just something like this. I'm just going to say here handle, have it here, just paste it, and then here just going to say this text in delete pop-up props. So the another one would be the title here. Maybe the title is just like the other button tools. I remember this was a normal button, I guess. Wasn't it? A normal button? Just like checking the card. Yeah. So this was it here. Just copy this and we just simply bring it here. Okay. Not here, we're not passing in this. Now we could even pass in the ID, but let's just only cut this and pass in handle delete. So this is like the function will be run, and then bring in this trash. Are you sure? Then here will be the resource title. So just pass in uh, the resource title. Yes, maybe just title. Anyway, just come here, title. Uh, is just a string. And if we just come back here, we just come here and we pass it in here. Okay, the title. And I think that's it. And then if we continue, oh, actually, we might just leave this here. Copy this. I'll just go back and I copy the exact button. So this is supposed to run here. Whatever we just like putting here on click this. Okay, just come and put on this. On click, it should just be on this and just be like delete. Okay. Um for this case, this is just like a trigger, a pop-up. So going back here, let me just copy it back and the trigger. Was it this one? I just want this exact code, which are the button. So this one is just the trigger. Okay. Okay, just a second. We just remove one of these. Okay, so let's just go and try to call this. We pass in the function and then we see whatever is going to happen. I don't know if this has any chances of working. So just passing in the, for instance, in this, what did we create? Let's just start with the service card. So where there is this, I can just say pop up, delete, pop up, and we just need two things: title, which we just going to say is service, and then here just say handle delete is going to be actually handle delete. Oh, oh, that's a big problem now. Handle delete expects an ID. Okay. Okay, so that means, oh, okay. Uh, mm, hmm, mhm. Handle delete is this handle delete. Handle delete expects an ID to be able to delete. So how are we going to do that? We're supposed to call it, which is really impossible. Like you cannot run like that. You could pass the ID separately. We could, if we pass the ID separately, still it would ask something upon running. Okay. I'm just going to do this. It just takes in an ID, and then the ID, of course, is service dot ID. Okay. Now this, let me just try to, if you look at it right now, is this promise void, provide no match for this, blah, blah. They just try to update this and delete. They say takes in ID. It takes in ID, which is a string, and then to returns void. Okay. So how we call it here is should just be like, okay, what did I do? Let's just see if I can just modify here. Just control this. Wait, what did I do? Okay. just cut this. Let's try to see if I just do this. Just try to run it like in this way. ID. Now, where is the ID now? Okay, because this just comes as like handle ID. So we need to pass in ID. So if I just pass in ID here, which I can just say ID is also a string, and then I pass in this ID down here like this. Would that one work? Definitely no. So they're saying that an argument for ID was not provided. Oh, okay, seems like it is working. Service card handle delete is like okay. Can I just say ID? If I just pass in ID, if I just pass in ID as service dot ID, I don't know, man. So this one saying type promise void. So this is type promise void. You don't also enable for this. Okay, so it means like if I just name this as promise void, does it work? The easy way actually would be just like if I just do this. Does that one work? I don't want. I could just say come and just say this text in any. So yeah, this text in any. It will be just like any, and then like I have no idea, man, if this can work in any way. And set with services or no. Where do we have the error here? Event handlers cannot be passed to client component props. On click, can you just like come here on top here and then like use client? Okay, let me know that's the problem. Okay, so just create a test. Okay, I'm just going to say new service, create a test service, test, and some image for testing, just any of these. And let me just go here, create service. Just like this, create. Okay, so we have it here. Oh, wait, what happened? Services. Oh, no. Do we just like replace everything we did? Oh, no. What happened? Oh, okay. Like right now it's saying zero. Did this even create? Uh, so let's see here. So you created test. It seems like it was successful. This was another one. Event handlers. We went and fixed that, and then toast delete. Success. We have a lot of things here. Mm, I don't know what is happening here. So test was created, but then we have issues to do with toast. specialty deleted, handle delete. Let's go to services, service card. So this is what? This is handle delete on this. So this was run. Is this one like running direct or what? Do we need to pass it in this way? That is impossible. Yeah, still like to be accepting. Okay, I have no idea of what happened for sure. According to here, there is no any problems whatsoever. What is amusing is that everything here has disappeared. And doesn't mean like it went and let's just first create many again. I don't know what has happened. So this service form, let me just put back this button. I cannot understand what has happened really. Okay, just create many here. And so they're done. Let's go back here. Okay, so now we have this services function cannot be directly passed to current components unless you expect to use it, marking it use server. Like we have title, service, and handle delete function. Title, ID, where are we passing in that? Okay. So to create this whole mystery, the only thing we just need to do is for now, let's just go and create one. So I accept the challenge. For now, let's just make it work for one. Otherwise, I'll just come in the next episode and work on it. But right now, let's just make it work for one. So I'm just going to go to the delete. Just go to the delete pop-up. Let's just make one. Just like this. I'm just going to go and first get this import from here just to simplify life. I'm just going to go to the service card, import this, and then go back to the delete. And then let me just go ahead and copy this component just the way it is. Go to the service card and let's just go ahead and put it just like this. Okay, so where this one is, let's go ahead and put, and this one should be easy now. Handle delete, pass in service dot id, there just like that. And then for this one, just say service. Okay. So what is missing? I guess we don't have anything now. So this should just work. Only just make this one use client. Simple as that. Should just now everything work. Just go here and now should load. So just create one test, a test service. By the way, now upon creation, let me just first go and just hide this service card. Let me just go inside here. In the service form, I guess. Let me just go ahead and just put off this button here. And for this button, by the way, so this button, let's give it type, should be type of button. Okay. The fact is inside the form, make sure it has type button. Avoid unknown mistakes. Okay. And even all these ones, type button. Okay. So because the by default, I think it has type submit, but it's even outside the form. I think it doesn't matter. This one is the one which really wants type uh, button. For this, create. Oh, so I have even create many down here. It was not necessary. Okay, so just go ahead and just like have test to upload any image here and upload. Okay, just create service. Okay, so it is now here and all the others are there. So go ahead and just delete this. We have a nice IAB, so it is sure this action can be so implemented. Delete the service. If I click cancel, the service is not. If I click now delete, gone. Service deleted successfully. Okay, so that's great. We can just like do the same thing. Just service card. Uh, so where is in the service card? We're just going to go ahead and copy this thing, exact same thing. So let me first import this dialog. Import it in the specialty card on top here. Of course, you have to mark this one with use client, which is already did. Then for this button, let's go ahead and copy from the service card. One thing we can just modify from here is that on this title, I think it can take in class name. Just give it text red, maybe 600. Okay. We can just like take this whole thing. So this dialog thing here, just take this and let's go to the service, to the specialty card, and where there is this here, just replace. Let's come here and say specialty dot id. Now all other things remain the same. Okay, just I presume. Okay, let's just go and test. So just go to specialties and let's say create a test one. Test, create, and just go here, delete. Are you absolutely sure? And then you say cancel. This can cancel, and then you say delete. This will just go ahead and delete. Okay, great. So we have the at least some stuff going on. We are remaining with only symptoms. We should just do in the next episode, and we shall now switch on to fetching some of these data here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and so I'm just going to go ahead and pause from here, and then we shall resume from the next episode. And I would be so great if you just went ahead and sign up for the course here. Just click on buy. I will leave this link in the description. It will take you on Gumroad, whereby you can quickly get this course. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.